with Jacob Dickey in the CI kitchen as he has been cooking up a storm. All right, let's kind of remind everybody what we've got simmering here in the slow cooker.
We've got our autumn beef braised short ribs.
What is the beef braised?
So basically you're kind of searing it in the pan a little bit, and then we're using some wine in there and giving it some flavor. So I get that sear on there, and then we modify it because I love cooking in a crock pot. I love getting that flavor. And the autumn part comes from...
I had no idea.
People, they didn't know. Everyone thought I cook from scratch all the time here. This is the secret. This is a weapon in the kitchen that people need to use more.
Yes, it is. So we kind of started there with our beef.
And we got those seasonings, some carrots, shallots, potatoes in there. That fall comes from the cranberries. It also comes from the rosemary and the thyme that we've got in there with a few bay leaves. And we had a little honey to sweeten it up with just a touch as well here. That's something I think I forgot to mention. Of course, the red wine that's in there. You get all those great ingredients that are here for the autumn season short ribs that are in the crock pot, which makes it easy. I get the searing part. Give it 10 minutes, you start your day, and let it cook the rest of the day. And it's going to be amazing when it's a finished product. That searing adds a lot to the process, but if you don't have time, you can skip that step, but I highly recommend.
I'm seeing, is that bone?
That's a bone there sticking out, yeah. Are we ready to plate this
I'm ready, but you also, while you're plating, remind me about the
you saw the mashed potatoes here. So if you don't make mashed potatoes in a crock pot, really easy recipe. Just your potatoes in there. This is a small crock pot. I got 2.5 pounds of potatoes.
Tomatoes, ooh.
Not tomatoes, potatoes. Potatoes, tomatoes, whatever, apples, oranges. So we've got 2.5 pounds in there and half a cup of chicken broth in there. I let it sit, soak, and simmer and steam inside that.
It's magic.
Yeah. Then of course you use your potato masher. Take care of that. I added a little bit of dairy-free butter and a little bit of almond milk in there, and then you add some garlic and salt. That's it. I mean, it's super easy. Use a crock pot. Don't boil in the stove. Let it do its thing and sit there low and slow through the day. And it can sit there for 5, 6, 7 hours.
You probably can't overcook mashed potatoes, can you?
You're more concerned about potatoes. You don't want to overcook them necessarily. The bigger problem, though, is if you mash them too much, they actually can turn gluey.
Ew.
Did you know that?
Well, I ain't got time for gluey mashed potatoes.
It takes a lot of hand mashing, but sometimes I had an idea once. Hey, let's try blending the potatoes to save the time. And it was like paper glue. It was gross.
Oh, okay.
So don't blend them.
So you stick to the hand mash.
Get them to that consistency, and you're all set to go.
All right, let's plate this.
Yeah, let's start layering, why don't we?
Okay.
Here. So why don't I start and take my plate here. I'm going to come over. We got to have a nice big old scoop of these mashed potatoes.
Whoa, that's a hearty scoop there.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
And we'll make a nice little bed that we can set our meat on.
Okay.
And then after that, let's find a short rib in here. Can you see that little bone sticking up right there? Let's go for that one. Pull it on out here. As this cooks, it will shrink a bit off the bone. Usually they're the length of that. That's a nice big old piece of meat there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stick it on and put it in the middle. And then we want to find some of those onions, some of those carrots, some of the other goodies that are stuck down in here. Getting some cranberries. The cranberries tend to float. Did you know the cranberries float?
Well, I do now as I'm looking at them there at the top.
Yeah, in the bog, when they harvest them, they actually flood the bogs and harvest cranberries because they float away.
What's a bog?
They float to the top. The cranberry bog is where cranberries grow.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of cranberry growers in Wisconsin, actually.
Look at that.
That are on there. So we got some onions. Somewhere in there, there's some carrots. I might have to...
I see one. I see one.
You see some in there? There's a little bit. They may have sank a little bit, but there's some carrots. There's a little piece. Let me get that so we can get the look here. Right?
This looks amazing.
Then we've got a nice broth that's in place. Let's set it down here so we can look at it. Got a broth around it. If you wanted to, you could add a little flour to it before it's done, just to thicken it up a little bit, make it a little more of a gravy, but I think it's going to taste as good as this. You want to dig into that here?
Oh my gosh, yes,
How about you slide over here and let's get a taste of it there. You might need a knife, but I think it's going to be very tender. I mean, it's coming right off there. I need to get a fork too.
Mix
there
it
you go.
in
Get
there
some of the
with
mashed
the
potatoes.
Okay, cheers to the beef braise.
The short ribs, yep.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Isn't that good? I mean, it looks like pot roast, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a pot roast?
It does. What's the difference, you think, between...
Well, ribs are...
As I get you mid-bite.
You can be a dentist.
So good. Okay, this is the best slow cooker autumn recipe people need to add to their list.
It's really great. There's cranberries too. We'll add some flavor, sage, thyme. It's perfect. So.
We're just going to keep munching here. If you want a copy of Jacob's recipe, connect with him on Facebook, and we will, of course, post that on CILiving.tv after today's show.